My kids are teenagers now, 17 and 14. That's how old my kids are. They used to love me. Now they're 17 and 14. They're always fighting over who the better daughter is. That's a big thing. I'm a better daughter. My oldest one said to me tonight, I think I'm a better daughter. I go, you're different. Okay, calm down. And she's like, well, I'm different in a better way. They're good kids, though. Here's how good my daughters are. 5 years ago, I bought them tickets for the Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball tour. Right? I gave them to them, and my oldest daughter looks at me and goes, we are not going to the show. And I go, why? She goes, this is an inappropriate show. Right? Which is why I wanted to go. Seriously. So I took my neighbor kids. I don't need that. I paid for those tickets. I like 2. That's a good age for kids. That's my favorite age for kids. Kids are nuts at 2. You can't even talk to them. What do you say to a 2-year-old most of the time? No, stop, no, stop, no, stop. Put out that fire, stop. I came up from the airport one day. My wife was pregnant with her second child, so we just have the 2-year-old daughter. I'm flying. I walk in. My wife is taking a nap. I walk into the house. My house is covered with crayon and marker. Every wall, the TV, tables, also covered with black Sharpie marker. My 2-year-old daughter standing there staring at me like, Rrr! And I look at her and I go, hey, who wrote on these walls? Which is the dumbest thing you could say at this moment. She's got the marker in her hand. She's looking at me going, wait a second, you don't know who it is? I think it was Mama. We tried timeout as a disciplinary tactic for a while. He's tried timeout in here. That's terrible. It doesn't. Well, kids are smart. They figure it out. Timeout works 3 days tops. They figure it out. For every kid, the 4th day, I looked at my daughter. I go, hey, you pick that up or go to timeout. She was like, awesome. You pick it up. I'll be in timeout. Let me know when you're done. Make me a sandwich. I'm hungry. How many fathers have daughters in here? Clap if you have daughters. Let me hear you, gentlemen. Clap it up. I feel your pain, man. It's tough to raise girls. There's something to be said about daddy's a little girl. That's totally true. It is. They're young, they're little, they're cute, they're adorable. Little girls, I spoil my kids. They have me trained. It's embarrassing. They look at me, they smile, they bat their eyes. I just start crying, throwing money at them. It's horrible. I get them anything they want. I get them a big, long Christmas list with all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? They do Christmas list. They do it in crayon, a little backwards K. It used to get me every time. I would just freak out. It's easy when they're little, though, when they're 3, 4, 5. What do you ask for when you're 3, 4, 5? It's all Sesame Street, Dora, crayons. But when you're older, teenagers, suddenly it's iPhones and iPads, and I can't afford them. A lot of stuff. So when my daughter turned 16, I said, look, we need to rearrange this whole gift situation. First of all, no more lists. That's never happening ever again. You just pick one thing you can't live without, and I'll get it for you. And she was like, just one thing? I'm like, yes. She goes, you'll get it for me? I'm like, yes. She goes, you promise? I'm like, yes. She goes, I have to have an iPhone 10. I go, no. No, you don't get better stuff than me. That's not how I roll. Now go back to your room and play with your Atari. That's what I told her. Atari's a game system from the 70s. You may not be aware of that. You're a little kind of young. Young people look at me, Atari, what is that, a car? That's weird.